Welcome to Adios Oily Skin. You are in the right place. And sorry we got started a little late. Ran to Costco. You know how that goes. to run a quick errand. Welcome, Mary Lynn. You and Tirsa are on. So glad you're here. And Christine is on. Hello, 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 Holly. Thank you for typing your name already in the chats. If you're watching from Facebook, make sure you type there, and I'll go check that group as well. And the giveaway today is our Time-Wise Miracle Set Go set, where there's two different formulas. So if you're the winner, you can pick either the normal to dry kind or the combination to oily. These are perfect for travel. We talked about in our travel tips class, always having the mini versions of your skincare. Or if you've never tried this product, it's an amazing trial set for you to give it a try for a couple weeks. So that's the giveaway. And so stay on till the end. And Edith is on. Welcome, Edith. So glad you're here. And so I'm going to do a quick introduction to myself in case you're watching for the first time. Oh, and we have Sabrina on. Thank you so much for being here, supporting Sarah. Hey, Terry. Yay, get to hang out twice in 1 week with you. So fun. So I've been building my business for 15 years. Prior to Mary Kay, I had finished with my bachelor's degree in piano pedagogy. Very different than what I'm doing right now. But I found a lot of joy in that field and that career and working with my students one-on-one. But I found that was mostly in the afternoon till the evening. And I was really bored in the mornings and I needed something to do. So I was looking for a part-time job. And around that same time, I got invited to a Mary Kay facial. So I was a referral and I went and tried the products. I really loved how they felt. I was used to good quality skincare. That's what I was already using. And so I knew it was amazing because of how my skin felt, but I did not. And maybe you can put a thumbs up or something in the chat if you relate. I was very introverted, not the sales type, didn't care that much about makeup. And it just didn't seem like the right career for me. And even the girl that I went to for the facial, she didn't even think it was the right fit for me. But luckily she had a prompting to share a little information about Mary Kay, which I threw away right when I got home. And luckily she did follow up with me the next day. And I pulled it out of the trash and was kind of pretending to be interested-ish. But as I learned more about the company, and it really happened when I watched a DVD about a woman here in Salt Lake, I'm from Utah, kind of in the Salt Lake area, share her journey in Mary Kay. And it opened my eyes up to, this is not just about selling. This is actually, it has very little to do with selling. We get to share, we get to pamper, we get to uplift. And it is not multi-level. It's dual marketing. So every single person who joins gets 50% off, even if they just want to get their own discount. They don't have to hold a facial or a party or anything. They can decide how they work their business. But I loved, at my first appointment, facialing. It was my mom, she brought a friend, and my best friend came. And seeing them look in the mirror and seeing them enjoy how their skin felt, I was like, I don't even need to get paid for this job because this is amazing. That is the paycheck right there. Seeing women feel good and confident about their skin. And anyway, so long story short, it's been 15 years. We've earned 8 career cards from Mary Kay. And the person I've become in the process has been more valuable than any prize or paycheck or career card, because that's what you can pass on to your kids, your grandkids. And I'm hoping to raise kids who are focused on goals. I know my 10-year-old's very goal oriented, but also they see the value even when you miss a goal. What do you do when you miss a goal? How do you act? How do you react? Do you get back up or do you kind of mope for a bit? And so I love the life lessons from this opportunity that I can pass on to them. So so that's a little about me, and welcome, Jan. So glad you're here. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Ashley. Oh my gosh, I just minimized my screen. I couldn't see it for a bit. Glad I didn't close out of it. And yes, hello to Edith and saying hi to her mom and Sabrina. And we have Amy's on. Welcome, Amy. So glad you're here. Yay. So fun. So let's jump right on in. And if you struggle with oily skin, awesome. But let's say you don't, you can still learn something, and maybe you can help some other family member. Maybe you know someone who struggles with oily skin. So this is our Adios oil. The main thing I think helps with any skin, whether it's dry or normal, 99% of skincare issues can be solved by getting on the correct skincare set. And so I will be talking about some supplements tonight, but I really would encourage if you're not using a skincare set, to find one for your correct like age and stage and skin type. And what I'll talk about today may or may not be for you, but you can kind of listen it. So the time, anything with time wise is anti-aging. I think if you're over 20, might as well get a head start, right? So maybe if you're a teen, you want to come on when we talk about our Mary Kay skincare line classes. But if you are 20 and older, I think might as well fight fine lines and wrinkles. And it's, if you're younger and you don't have those yet, get a head start. You will be grateful. This line has a cleanser, a moisturizer, a day and night defender, and there's also an eye cream that you can add on. You can add the whole set for $150, or you can get it without the eye cream for $116. Those last 4 to 5 months on most of the products. The eye cream lasts me about 3, but everything else at least 4 months and sometimes even 5. And then there is a trial version, which one of you lucky winners is going to get tonight. And that one is $28, lasts 2 full weeks. And so that's really great if you're going on a getaway, but also just to kind of, after 2 weeks of using a skincare morning and night, you are going to know if it's the correct fit. And we have 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you purchase something on Mary Kay that you're not loving and you're not using, you need to let your beauty consultant know ASAP, and she will either give you a credit where you figure out how much that product is worth and you can get that same amount in a different value, in a different product. So you can do a trade. And if you don't live local to her, it's totally fine. You don't need to be local to her. And then, or you can get a refund too. So there's 2 different options that, and Mary Kay backs that up. So with this skincare line, I have it right here, and it's the easiest order of application. So maybe you already have this, maybe you're using it, but just to do a refresher, when you're using, oh, and I want to grab the little eye cream. I have it hanging up here. Grab it. So there's the cleanser, that's the dad. And some of you have heard this before and you could share this. The moisturizer is the mom, and moisturizer and mom both start with M. So that's the mom there. And so that's the dad and the mom. And then the eye cream, that's the little baby. And that sits, you can do it better when they're not in the boxes, but that sits in between the parents so it doesn't get lost. When you're using an eye cream, that's the first step. After you cleanse your face, you want to use an eye cream. You don't want to have any other products or serums on your fingers and that you might accidentally get in your eye. You just want to have the eye cream. So that's why that one's right there, right after the dad. And then we have the big brother and the big sister. And the big brothers, what do? They protect you. That's it. You're a sunscreen, your SPF 30. When you're using sunscreen, that's the very last step of your skincare. So you're going to do cleanser, eye cream, moisturizer, day defender, SPF. And big sisters, let's give me a shout out if you're a big sister. I know I am. A big sister is the nighttime recovery. And what do big sisters do? They correct you. Guilty, I know. So the nighttime recovery has the vitamins to correct your skin, replenish your skin. So yummy. You want to put those before the moisturizer. So when you're using it at night, cleanser, eye cream, nighttime recovery, the sister bosses her way in there, right? And then the moisturizer. So that's the order of application. Super easy and a cute little family story. So I feel like that's going to solve most issues, is being on the correct skincare for your skin. And we have other lines. We're just talking about this one tonight, but there is one, if you're interested in one for girls that are in their teens to maybe early 20s, we have another skincare line that might be a really great introduction to skincare entry level. Yes, I'm also a big sister, Sarah says. I know, we relate, huh? Amy says, I just got this set and love it. Yay, Amy. So happy for you. Oh, your skin's going to thank you. And a little bit goes a long way on all of these products. So just use them very sparingly and you're going to get a lot of use out of them. So, okay. The next thing that might help is a supplement that you can carry in your purse. If you work at an office, keep it in your desk, or if you work from home, wherever you want to keep it. But these are our Beauty Blotter oil absorbing tissues. They are only $8 and comes with 75 tiny little, they're not tiny, but they're like this size, tissues that are oil absorbing. So what you can do without disturbing your makeup, if you feel, oh man, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're feeling like oily in the T-zone, you can pull one out and just lightly dab and just absorb that oil onto the tissue and then just throw it away. So that's a really neat little trick where you don't have to like wash your face or do anything drastic, but just gently press the tissue against your face. So, and just keep it in those oily areas, which is probably most likely the T-zone. So fun things, $8, you get 75 of them. And depends on how many you use a day. I have very dry skin, so I've actually never used those. But so let me know, shout out if you have used those and what you think of them. So I wish I had a little more oily skin than I do, but I don't. Okay, charcoal mask. I think all of you on here have tried it. And if you haven't, please reach out to your consultant because you can get some samples in the mail and try this amazing charcoal mask. Beautiful before and after pictures. I mean, gross at the same time, beautiful and gross. But what the charcoal mask does is it is a rinse off charcoal mask. I know there's other charcoal masks out there that might peel off or like, I don't know, you're like waxing your face at the same time. That's not this, thank goodness. So, but what you do is you put the charcoal on where you have bigger pores or excess oil. Maybe that's the T-zone. For me, it's just kind of right in the center of the face. I'm not dry anywhere else. That's just kind of more in my normal areas. And I love, after you leave it on, you put it on a very smooth layer, very nice and thin, not too thick. How they have it is perfect. You can't see the skin, but it's just, it's just a nice thin layer. You leave it on to dry for about 20, 25 minutes. As it's drying, activated charcoal brings double its weight in impurities to the surface. Whiteheads, blackheads, acne. Whenever I get a breakout, I love to do a spot treatment with charcoal because that helps. Sometimes acne is so painful. I feel like it relieves the pain, kind of helps clear up the acne quicker. If you have excess oil, and there's so many other uses. I always like to keep a sample of this in my car because if you get stung by a bee or a wasp, that is an amazing product to put right on top to help if the stinger got stuck in the skin, to pull that to the surface. And really just to make it less, irritated and all the pain that's there when you get stung, or a mosquito bite when you're feeling so itchy. Oh my gosh, that saved my life when at seminar I had a mosquito bite and Julie Lacey had charcoal mask with her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I needed to bring at least a sample of this because that just helped it so much. So lots of different uses for charcoal. I recommend using this once a week if you have dry skin and just keep it in areas where your pores are bigger. Twice a week if you have oily skin, and you're going to notice a big difference. One of my good friends, Becky Martin, she said, she's like, my skin is so oily. I could go down the street on my face. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm complete opposite. I am the street. But she's like, I could go down the street. And she said using this twice a week has really helped her not to be so oily. So that is her charcoal mask. It's actually $26. That's an old slide. So $26 charcoal mask, and it lasts like 5 years or so. Like I'm currently mapping it out. I started in October. It hardly looks like I've used any of it, and I've used it every week since October. So it might be even longer than 5 years, but okay. And here's another product, our oil-free hydrating gel. $34. It's lightweight, oil-free, and I've heard it described as, what's the word? A dream in a bottle, or like heaven in a bottle. I think that's heaven in a bottle. I think that's how one of my customers described it. And so this is a great thing. I would mostly recommend this at night. It doesn't have sunscreen in it, but that can be your moisturizer, or if you want to use it in addition to yours, because oily skin, you still need moisturizer. If you're not using a moisturizer and you have oily skin, your skin's going to even produce even more excess oil. But when you're giving it hydration, like an oil-free moisturizer, it's going to get the hydration it needs. So it's not going to be trying to overproduce as much. And so it's going to help control it. And so this is great for up to 10 hours. You can use it at night or in the morning. If you're using it in the morning, I would also recommend using something with sunscreen, which I love our Daytime Defender because it doesn't feel like sunscreen. It's a super silky, it's not thick, goes on nice, and has SPF 30. So that is the oil-free hydrating gel. And next week, we're going to be talking about all the things that help with dry skin. So we're going to pull up our Spin the Wheel. And if you are either interested in purchasing something that you just saw, or maybe you are running out of mascara, or something else that you're wanting to order from your beauty consultant. We're going to spin the wheel and find out what the gift of purchase is. And oh my gosh, that's the best. It is a mini eye makeup remover. And that is perfect to clean your eye makeup before bed, take it off, and it's gentle. It removes mascara, eyeliner. Edith won one earlier today. So fun, Edith. I can't wait for you to get that. So so if you decide to order from Sarah, you're going to be getting 2. So that's super fun. But cool. You got to love commercials popping up, right? Okay, okay, I think I'm back. Here we are. Sweet. So mini eye makeup remover, that lasts about 2 weeks. And it's also great for travel too. I am all about those minis. Okay, so I am going to get all of your names on the spin the wheel for our final giveaway. And so make sure if you haven't commented on Facebook or YouTube or text or something, figure out a way to let us know that you're on so that we can do that drawing. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to pull up a way for you to think about someone you'd love to refer to a free treatment. Think of either the hardest working woman you know or someone who brings you joy, the happiest woman you know. And these women can live anywhere in the United States. They can live local too as well. But the beautiful part is because of the pandemic, we kind of learned how to adjust and work our business virtually. So you can text your beauty consultant, the people that are on your heart that come to your mind, because you never know when people they might look like everything's going perfect in their life. And my friend who referred me had no idea I was struggling with infertility. And I needed something positive. I needed self-care. I needed to be reminded of my worth because I had forgotten it. And so I'm so blessed, beyond blessed, that she randomly put me down to try and get probably something free for herself. But I know I have definitely benefited so much more. So with the referral game, when you share 12 referrals with your beauty consultant, you get half off a makeup item of your choice. And we do ask that the referrals are over 21 and have skin. That's about it. So I'll give you a minute to think about who you'd love to refer. And just text those privately to your consultant or write them on a piece of paper and text a picture of it. Just make sure she can read your handwriting. I'll turn on some music for you guys. And then we are going to wrap up and do our giveaway. So thank you for being on here today. Here we go. Okay. Thank you so much for playing the referral game, and let your consultant know what you want with your half off makeup item. And anyway, I have it. Oh, this is what I want to do. I want to pull everyone's name up so you can see. Make sure you're on. I have Sue Highsmith. I saw you on the Facebook group, and I put everyone in alphabetical. So you should hopefully see your name, and then I'll mix it up before we do our drawing. So thank you again for supporting your beauty consultant and popping on here. As we wrap up, I'm going to show, maybe I'll make it a little bigger for you, but your consultant will text this to you right after so that you can see it and zoom in because it's probably super tiny. But on this sheet, we have our skincare at the top, and in the top, not the very top row, but the row right below that, love your skin row. The repair line, that is an amazing line. If you're 30 and older, I started when I was 30 using repair. That one's great for all types of skin, normal to dry and combination to oily. It adjusts, and it's the science behind it is insane. The miracle set is what we showed today, and that comes in the 2 different formulas, normal to dry and combination to oily. And the purple, there's a purple strip on the color on the product when it's combination to oily. It will also say it as well on it, but just kind of give you it's an easy way to just look for purple if you have oily skin, pink if you have dry. Our natural line, the clear proof, is also great if you have oily skin, but more acne prone oily is what I would recommend with that. And then the Mary Kay set can also come in the mattifying set, which is for the combination oily. That's more of an entry level skincare for girls getting into skincare. Below that, we talked about the masking set, the charcoal mask, and that helps bring double its weight in impurities to the surface. Using that a couple times a week and being consistent with that, if you have a really oily skin, it's going to make a big difference. And then the other 2 products we talked about are not on there, but the oil absorbing tissues, and then those are $8, and then the oil free hydrating gel, I think that's $34. I think that's what it said. So yeah, so you can get things individually. You can get them in sets. You get a savings when they're in sets of 4, or 6 or 8. So when you pick out 4 sets, no matter, depending on what you're picking, but no matter what sets you're picking out, you only pay $1.99. So you get a savings, and you get a travel roll-up bag, which is my number 1 travel tip that we talked about last week, is having everything organized so that's easy to pack and you don't forget things. And then the Queen, you can pick 6 sets and just pay $2.99. In the Cadillac, you can pick 8 sets on the page and just pay $3.99. The Miracle set, that counts as 3 sets, and you add the eye cream. And then you could get like the charcoal mask. And that one's paired with a moisture renewing gel mask. If you're really oily, you don't need that one, but then I would recommend you could add the oil absorbing tissues or the oil-free hydrating gel, kind of customize that set. Okay, so that's everything on there. And then you're going to die. But on March 1st, we woke up to an email from Mary Kay that it was only $20 this month to start Mary Kay. And I realize this is not for everyone. So if you're wanting to stay a customer, I'm not really talking to you right now. But if this has ever been a thought in your heart, like maybe I could, could I do this? I don't know. But this would be an amazing time to start, because I do a signing bonus of either our dynamic wrinkle limiter or a brush collection in the next 24 hours. And then Mary Kay has it discounted to $20. You get a website, you get samples, you get a catalog, and you have the ability to process debit and credit cards. And then you have the option to do an add-on, which is that on the right side. That's the Pro Start, and that's optional. You can pretty much has exactly what we talked about tonight. The Miracle set for combination of oily skin and normal to dry, plus the charcoal mask, plus oil, other things we didn't talk about. Well, we did talk about the oil-free makeup remover. That's the full size in there, this gorgeous bag and mirror. Everything in there is valued up to $400 in full-size products. But this month, you only pay $80. So Mary Kay discounted that. I'm like, I think they've lost their mind, but we're not going to argue with it. We're like, okay, this is amazing. So, because when I joined 15 years ago, it was $100. So anyway, I just am like, I love that they have kept it such a low cost startup, especially such during crazy times, right? And with the pandemic and everything, they lowered it. So beautiful. Okay. Yeah. And Ruth is on. I am so glad. Yes. I'm going to add you on there. And Ruth and Michelle. Yay, Michelle. So glad you're on. I'm going to get you added on the wheel right this moment, actually, so before I forget. So that is the special that's going on this month. And yeah, we never know when Mary Kay's going to do some special like that, but they surprised us this month, and it's March Madness. That's kind of what I like to think of it as.
Can I spin the wheel?
Oh, you want to spin the wheel? Yes, you bet. I'm just typing in a couple more people, and then we're going to show them the wheel, and then we got to wrap up. Does that sound good?
Okay.
Yep, Josie's here. You had your dinner, and now you're having fruit by the foot. They talked me into buying that at Costco. So, okay. So, can everyone see their name? Hopefully. Okay. I added Ruth. I added Michelle, and I just, want to make sure I have everyone. So, okay. So right now, text your consultant, and especially, just text her anyway. Let her know that you're watching this. She gets credit for you being on here. And then if you are needing any products, the gift with purchase tonight is the mini eye makeup remover. That would be my favorite. That would be my choice of gift with purchase, because I love having those for travel. And then the winner is going to win our travel set, or the Go set of the Miracle set. And you just let me know if you're normal to dry or combination to oily. So let's pull it up. Josie, are you ready? Oh, and next week's Goodbye Dry. So if you are a dry girl like me, and Rachel's going to be my co-host with that. So just click on this button right here, or click on the screen. And then, let's shuffle it up. Sorry, we got to shuffle. Okay, we got it shuffled. Now click right there. Right there. Now click. Okay, Josie's spinning our wheel. Let's see who our winner is. And it looks like Sabrina. Yay! Congratulations, Sabrina. You'll have to remind me if you have normal to dry skin or combination oily. I'll get that in the mail. You can't see the wheel right now? Or can you see it now? I hope everyone can see it. It was Sabrina who won. Confirm that you guys can see it. Did we? Yeah, I added it to the stage. You what? Well, they're okay to be in here. Oh, cool. Yay, Mary Lynn says congratulations. Yay, Sabrina. Woohoo! Thank you, Sabrina. Thanks for being so loyal. So hopefully you guys got to see the spinny wheel, because that's the most fun part. So I'll get this in the mail to you. Thanks so much for supporting your consultant. If you have dry skin, stay tuned for next week. Or if you're not dry, the week after that's the 5-minute makeover. So that will be super fun. Have an awesome rest of your night. We'll talk to you later. Bye.